नमो भगवते
सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning. Yes, extended holiday. Some of the students, I think, have gone home. Please see page number 27. The second quote in the page. The miseries of the world cannot be cured by physical help only. Until man's character changes, these physical needs will always arise and miseries will always be felt. And no amount of physical help will cure them completely. The only solution of this problem is to make mankind pure. The next quote, the next page. Ignorance is the mother of all the evil and all the misery we see. Let men have light, let them be pure and spiritually strong and educated. Then alone will misery cease in the world, not before. We may convert every house in the country into a charity asylum. We may fill the land with hospitals, but the misery of man will still continue to exist until man's character changes. So we celebrated yesterday 76th Independence Day. So we discussed about the 76th, 75 completed, I think. Yeah, 76th Independence Day we celebrated. Right, 75 years of political independence we have enjoyed. Fine. So it's very important, right? I said it's a freedom, that it's a luxury, and we are enjoying it, and we need to cherish it. We need to know the value of it. But at the same time, if you look at our society, are we the happiest on the planet Earth, or any human being for that matter? Not only India, there are so many democratic countries in this world where people enjoy maximum political freedom. They have freedom on social and economic spheres also. They have attained political freedom, economic freedom, social freedom. If you take countries like Europe and America, all these three freedoms. Maybe in India, social freedom and economic freedom still a long way to go for us. But in those countries, they have achieved all these three kinds of freedom. But are they the happiest lot on the planet Earth? Definitely not. Why? So we are designed, we are constituted, we are made in such a way, as Swamiji would say again and again, that if all the wealth is given to one single person also, he would not be happy. Because it's not wealth that brings happiness. You should know how to handle your thought, basically, and emotion. We have actually known this for very long. That's the reason we are the most spiritual race on the planet Earth. But today, actually, the subject to sciences are totally neglected. In Srimad Mahabhagavatam, the Hiranyakashipu, he says, who is the greatest in the world? Actually, you talk about Vishnu and the Lord. Actually, where is that Lord? I am the real actually achiever in life. There's nobody who has achieved as much as I could achieve. And I am the happiest human being. And then his own son, he would deserve a big human says that. You think that you're free, you think that you have conquered so many things in the world. But your conquest is not true conquest, he says. So you would say, Hiranyakashipu always said, Vishnu is my enemy, Vishnu is my enemy, God is my enemy. Then the boy said, Vairulevaru chittambu vairigaka. చిత్తమును నీకు వశముగా చేయుమయ్య మొదయుత సురభావంబు మానవయ్య అయ్య నిమ్రోల మేలాడరయ్య జనుల్. You say that God is my enemy, God is enemy. వైరులెవ్వరు? Who is the enemy in this world? చిత్తంబు వైరిగాక. A human being mind is only the enemy. వైరులెవ్వరు చిత్తంబు వైరిగాక చిత్తమును నీకు వశముగా చేయుమయ్యా. Bring your mind under your control. Okay? Madayuta Asura Bhavambu Manavaya. This kind of Asuric attitude that I am the doer, I have conquered, I have attained, I have achieved. Drop that I, oh my father. As long as you have that I, you cannot really enjoy real peace. Madayuta Asura Bhavambu Manavaya, Ayya, Nimrola Melada Raya General. Then actually people will talk well of you, my father, he says. లోకములన్నీ గడియలోన జయించిన వాడవు ఇంద్రియానీకము చిత్తము గెలువనేరవు నిన్ను నిబద్ధు చేయు భీకర శత్రువులు ఆర్వుల ప్రభిన్నులు చేసిన ప్రాణికోటిలో నీకు విరోధి లేడొకడు నేర్పున జుడుము దానవేశ్వర. సో దెన్ హీ గివ్స్ దిస్ కౌన్సిల్ టు హిస్ ఫాదర్. లోకములన్నీ గడియలోనే జయించినవాడు. ఆల్ ద వరల్డ్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ కాంకర్డ్ ఇన్ ఎ సెకండ్. Hiranyakashipu was so powerful. He had done such tapas, such penance. Nobody had done it before, that kind of tapas. Even Brahma was surprised to see the man's willpower. The ants actually ate away his flesh completely. He became skeleton, only skin and bones, right? But still prana he could keep because he had a desire. And then Brahma conferred the boon that he wanted. But the boy says that, his own son said that, లోకములన్నీ గడియలోన జయించిన వాడవు ఇంద్రియానీకము చిత్తము గెలువనేరు. But you want to conquer your own senses, your own mind. What is the use of this conquest, your conquest? It's not giving you the real freedom. And what is the real freedom, he says? ఇంద్రియానీకము చిత్తము గెలువనేరు నిన్ను నిబద్ధు చేయు భీకర శత్రువులు, I says, the terrible enemies which are actually binding you, which are holding you. You are not enjoying true freedom, my father. What are the 6 enemies? You say, Arshad Vadgara. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These 6 are the true enemies for a human being. Unless and until you conquer these 6 enemies, you can't enjoy real freedom. People like Buddha, Ramana Maharshi, Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, we worship them because they had attained such self-control, such conquest of the mind they could achieve, because they were really enjoying the true freedom. So we have to aspire for the true freedom hereafter. Otherwise, external attainments, otherwise, if you just see all the people who are wealthy, all the people who have money, they should be the happiest. But they are not. They can't. Because this is sense slavery. Now, actually, we wanted to come out of the political slavery. We have come out of that. Now, actually, the real slavery is this sense slavery. We have become total slaves of senses, total slaves of indriyas, total slaves of our instincts. And actually, we should master our mind. Then only we get the real freedom. సో నిన్ను నిబద్ధు చేయు భీకర శత్రులు ఆర్వులు ప్రభిన్నులు చేసిన ప్రాణికోటిలో నీకు విరోధి లేడొకడు నేర్పున జూడుము దానవేశ్వర. So to control this mind only, dharma becomes important. A passion for dharma we should inculcate in the citizens of the country. Then only actually country will march forward, country will progress. Otherwise, as you see, the kind of competition that we have, greed that we have brought into our system, that exploitation always will happen. Well, I'm more intelligent, I have more energy, but I will compete with you and I will wipe you out in the competition. So that kind of mentality, mindset will never really create a great society. So people should be put onto that spiritual path, spiritual journey, where with regard to external amenities, external comforts, they will go for minimum comforts they will have, and afterwards they will focus on themselves through meditation, through prayer, through selfless service, repetition of God's name, but through self-control, and they will try to evolve spiritually. That spiritual evolution, if you don't actually show or give to people as the next step in evolution, human societies will remain confused as they are today, and that confusion actually will take a heavy toll on mankind. The psychological disorders that we see, the sickness that we see in our society, all this is because people have not figured out what life is. What is the next step in evolution? What is the next thing that I have to do? People have thought actually money would make them happy, but it doesn't really make you happy. Money is required, but as much as to satisfy your basic needs of life. Beyond that, if you have greed, it will trouble you from within. So because of this confusion, there are a lot of sickness, psychological and physical sickness in the world. That's why in our culture we always would say, Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Okay? Dharma eva hato hanti dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Tasma dharmam natyajami mano dharmo hato vadit. Who said this? Yudhishthira said this in Mahabharata. This comes in the Yaksha Prasna. When Yaksha asks him the question, when he says, Dharma eva hato vanti dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. This is an eternal statement, eternal truth. Not that it was applicable only to those days in which Yudhishthira lived, Dwapara Yuga. No, no, no. It's an eternal truth. Sasvata Satya, applicable to all times. And when you bring such eternal truths into your life, then only actually real progress can be achieved. Otherwise, not. Okay? Thank you. Nice day.